Alright, grade 7s. I'm doing another video today, and it is all about outliers. I've been getting quite a few questions about outliers and how you identify them, so I'm going to show it without numbers first. So if you recall, an outlier is anything that is a lot different than the rest of whatever you're looking at. So let's take this example. You have 3 blue pens, 1 red pen. Which one is different than the rest? The red pen. The rest are blue. The red pen is the outlier. All right. Let's take these pens again. Let's add in my eraser. Now, what is the outlier? I'd argue that it's the eraser. These are pens. They're all the same. This is an eraser. That's different. This is the different one. All right. Now, what if I add in a piece of Lego? Right? So now let's look at it. I'd argue that, and a lot of arguments could be made for different reasons, for different outliers, but I'm going to argue that these are all stationary supplies, all used for school, right? Therefore, this piece of Lego is the outlier. All right? A different argument could be made, though. Different argument could be made that this is the outlier because blue, red. All right? That's a valid argument. So it's really what you choose sticks out the most. Is it going to be this red pen that sticks out the most? Or is it going to be this toy that sticks out the most? How can you argue it? How does it affect the rest of what you're looking at? Now let's look back in the central tendency notes and what we said an outlier was. We said an outlier is a number in a set of data that is significantly different from the other numbers. And then when we looked at the data we were using, we have the 8, 8, 8, 8, 9, 11s, 12, and we have this 20 way over here. We identified that 20 as being the outlier because the difference between 12 and 20, that's 8. That's pretty significant, right? Versus this difference, 11 to 12, only 1. This one, only 2. And this one, only 1. So because of that significant difference right there, we identified that 20 as being the outlier. So now let's take this set of data. They're pretty the same. I wouldn't say there's any outliers there. There's just 1s and 2s. No outlier. Nothing that stands out. So what if I said add an outlier? What number could be significantly different than 1s and 2s? Significantly, let's add something crazy. Let's add in 572. Significantly different, right? Let's take this next set of data. To identify an outlier, you could just leave it this way, but it is easier if you sort it. So let's sort this. So, if we kind of look at this and we think, oh, an outlier is just the biggest number, that would mean that 9 would be our outlier. But that is not the case. If you look at it, the differences between these numbers is 1. So the difference between 1 and 2, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I would argue that there are no outliers for this set of data. So sometimes there isn't one. All right, so make sure you know that too. Let's look at this set of data. And this time we are going to take out an outlier. All right, so again, it's easier if you sort it. Then you can kind of see the differences between the numbers. All right, so sort it out. I'd say that because the difference is so large between 4 and 6, that 10, or both of our 10s, would be the outlier. All right, and that's just how you identify. So that's how you identify outliers. Let me know if you have more questions about how they affect the averages. And just remember to look at the bottom of your, of your notes there on how outliers, how outliers affect averages. All right.